And Boosie's name is brought up in a lot of the stuff ever since Mo3, ever since Duke the Jeweler. If y'all rocking with Mo3, put the 333s in the comment section, man, because at the end of the day, we starting to realize that they've been watching Boosie, and it was all due to the fact because he keep being involved and connected to all these people that's surrounded around the Mo3 case, and that's surrounded in a lot of different things, man. That's why Boosie, he kept getting in trouble. The feds have been watching him for a long time, and this is when everybody needs to realize that when is Boosie gonna finally detach himself from the streets, because he keep getting caught up. They keep pulling him over. Anytime Boosie goes through the South, they know who he is. They know his place, what kind of car he's driving, the entourage and the clique that he's with all the time. So a lot of time, the 12, they're just waiting for Boosie to come through because they know that Boosie has to move careful and everything. If they catch him again with another one of them things that they found on him, you know what I mean? This is when they're going to try to hit him with a lot more stuff. And he already got to face 5 years. Boosie already got to face 5 years, and he's over there sweating, hoping that the Mo3 and the Duke the Jeweler stuff don't come back up on him, because it's still dudes out there that could be snitching on him, man, to get a lesser sentence and everything like that. And now that he's about to go in to do the 5-piece and everything, this is when that's why Boosie's trying to stack everything up right now. He had to pay that $1 million in 48 hours, and that was due to the fact because his jeweler getting set up at his own concert. Why is it that when Mo3 got set up, Duke the Jeweler got set up, everybody saying Boosie was basically one of them people who was there really like inviting him over to the whole thing? When you sit back and look at it, man, it's too many times that one person could be connected to so many different things. That's why everybody said that you got, like, basically when Boosie's money was low or something like that, somebody was gonna have something happen to him. And that's why when Boosie's cousins ended up getting picked up for that one thing, they knew that they was actually the guys that they were looking for, because Boosie wasn't the person that was doing all the dirty work in the streets. He had somebody else do it for him, and this is why they kept tabs on his whole crew. When he went to California and they watched the people's live and they caught Boosie with the person who had the thing on him, the blink on him, once they found out Boosie was around people with the blinky on him, that's when they came and swept in and picked him up after he left the Vlad TV interview. And this is when they started asking him questions about Rainwater, Mo3, about did he know about the situation with the getaway car and the people following him? Did he know about the fact that Duke the Jeweler had over $1 million worth of jewelry and Boosie invited him to his concert? It's a lot of red flags that popped up, and this is why a lot of people say they don't trust Boosie no more. Really, a lot of the rappers aren't going around, and you know what I'm saying? Like, we haven't really seen, and this is due to the fact that everybody, the rapper is the most dangerous job. Everybody seems to be getting set up. People getting their chain snatched. They getting robbed left and right. The concerts have some fluke stuff happening. Either that, they beefing with a whole nother person. They beefing with their best friend. It seemed like nobody could catch a break, and it's all due to the karma, because a lot of these dudes, man, they did a lot of people dirty. They did a lot of wrong things, and this is why the karma's coming back on them. They say that Boosie, for him doing it, like setting up a lot of people and having involvement and being connected to certain things, this is why the karma's coming back on him, because even if he's not the one that did the setup or whatever like that, he has some sort of connection to it, that a lot of the things, the word on the street and the witnesses are saying, is pointing fingers back at him. And this is why the karma keeps coming back up. Everything that keeps happening to them is for a reason. Y'all got to remember that. And it's because they could have just been doing their thing, getting their money, and not having to worry about any of the street life stuff, but they can never get away with it, man. A lot of the dudes like that, like Boosie, he was born in the streets. He has the street life as part of his life. Like, he can never forget about that. And this is the way that he was raised. And so that's why he always has to go back around them dudes and everything. Even though Boosie, with all the money he has, these rappers with all the money they have, why is they going back around the same dudes that's still banging on the corner and everything like that, getting into all these cases and people bodies dropping, and then it's coming back on the rappers because they keep hanging. This is how all these rappers are getting caught up in these RICO cases, because they keep hanging out with these street groups trying to prove something. Like they still have to show that they're tough. They still want to be known as the street guy. They still want to be known as the person who is not afraid to be outside and slide and spin the block on somebody and everything like that. But that's not what life is about. And so this is why when the feds and the 12 start investigating all these bodies connected to these street dudes, and these rappers are right there with them, giving them money for features and giving them money for all this protection and checking in, right? This directly connects them to the RICO, because the money that these rappers are giving these street dudes to check in with, they using the same money to go put on people's head in the hood and destroying the whole entire community. So everybody got to come together, and we got to realize that this all has to stop, man. This all has to stop. We need to get justice for Mo3. We need to get justice for Duke the Jeweler. Everybody got to learn that they have to leave their old life alone. If they're getting millions of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars, that's your new thing. That's your new hustle. You don't have to go back to the projects. You don't have to go back to the Section 8 where you used to trap in the breezeway or anything like that, where you used to pull up in the fiends and the junkies and serving everybody and everything like that. That's not what the move is no more. And this is over a matter of time. People are going to start to realize that they don't want to have to get caught up in cases and do time when they could be enjoying that time with their family, spending the money, all this money that they made, all this time that they put in away from their family, and the money that they made, they don't even get to use it, because now Boosie has to go and do a 5-year bid, all because of something that he got caught up in because of other people. He kept putting himself around other people who was not at the same level as him. He kept putting himself around other people who was thinking negatively, thinking the wrong way, because they didn't live the life like Boosie. There wasn't a person who was trying to be successful, get his bread and everything, because if they had a chance to, they wouldn't be back in the same spot that they were standing at when they didn't have nothing. They would make sure to elevate their game and make sure that they don't go back to getting in trouble. It's cool to go back and visit your old hood and give back to them, do backpack drives, turkey drives, and everything like that. But if you're there and you in the mix of the bad things that are going around, and you keep glorifying that, and these youngins that's coming up keep seeing that, and this is why everything keeps getting worse every year and year, because they keep looking at the rappers and they just do what they do. And so this is why we got to realize that we need the justice for everybody, so that way people can start to see that you don't want to have to end up going down this path, because you either going to have to be people saying justice for you, or you going to have to end up doing a bid or something because you got in trouble for somebody else mistakes. And so this is why everybody looking at it like Boosie, he messed up, man. He messed up with this whole thing, and the fact that Duke the Jeweler, Mo3, the justice is coming and they solving that, and they saying that basically a lot of the stuff keep having Boosie name mentioned in it. So they're gonna probably talk about this in the trial, maybe in his 5-year bid thing, and we're gonna see what happens with that, because at the end of the day, people gotta know that it's the 333s for Mo3, man.